What's up, YouTubers? It's your girl Shannon from EV and Chill, and today we're going to be doing an EV truck update on all of the auto manufacturers coming out with a truck. And you guys, you might remember that we have on reservation the Cybertruck and the Rivian. And to be real with you guys, I'm getting a little antsy playing the waiting game. I am ready for my truck, but deliveries keep getting delayed, so we're going to go over all of that information right now. Also, real quickly, before we jump in, don't forget to check out shirts. We have new t-shirts in our store. I'm going to put the link in the description below. They're going to be fire, so get yours right here before they are sold out. Also, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It helps our channel to grow so we can make more videos for you. Okay, and if you already subscribed, thank you. So let's start off by talking about the F-150 Lightning. And you guys, it looks really cool. It looks like your standard F-150, so it's not super out of the ordinary. It is really awesome that it can basically generate enough electricity to run your house for a few days at a time. EPA estimates right now for the standard range battery are 230 miles. Extended range, the estimates are 300 miles. So I feel like it's on track to do really well. But let's talk about delivery information. And as of September 16th, Ford has 150,000 Lightning reservations, which is a lot of Lightning people. Where is the thunder? Okay, but a salesperson has said that come October 26th, those reservations will be converted to actual orders. Now, this hasn't been confirmed by Ford. I would think that Ford would officially confirm a date sometime soon because they are expecting deliveries to start in spring 2022. So hopefully that would mean that those reservations would be converted to orders. They would start production right after the new year, which would put them on track for spring deliveries. But what this means for you, if you have a reservation for a Lightning, this hopefully means that Ford would be reaching out soon just to confirm your order, confirm your trim level. Maybe you reserved a Lariat and you might want to make a change to that. So if you wanted to add any last minute options, this would be the time to do so. And Ford initially, they were expecting to make, I think, 40,000 Lightnings in the first year, and that number is now up to 80,000. So you guys, that's really exciting news. There is going to be a lot of Lightnings on the road, hopefully. It'll be like a storm is coming. And as cool as the Lightning is, I mean, a self-contained generator is really cool. There are a lot of pros for the Lightning. But you guys, I don't know if I can get past the software. It's going to be running on Sync 4, and that is what this Mustang runs off of. And to be honest with you guys, I have been a little bit less than impressed with Sync 4. I'm not a huge fan of it. But we do have some good news coming our way. We know that Google and Ford have created a partnership. So that means at the beginning of 2023, that means that Ford and Lincoln's will be running off of Android operating systems. So hopefully that means that this operating system will just get better and better. Now, my question would be, if you have Sync 4, would you be able to upgrade to the Android OS? And I'm kind of thinking that would not be the case. And this is why. The F-150s in 2015 were operating off of Sync 2. In 2016, they were operating off of Sync 3, but you were not able to upgrade between Sync 2 to Sync 3. That would be really frustrating. So if you couldn't even upgrade between Sync 2 and Sync 3, I really highly doubt that you'd be able to upgrade from Sync 4 to a completely revamped, totally new Android OS operating system. I just don't see that happening. Maybe it could, but right now, I don't see that. So basically, if I were going to be getting a Lightning, I would probably wait until 2023 to get one. I just want that new operating system. I'm done with Sync 4, you guys. I don't love it. Okay, but again, the Lightning looks really cool, not hating on it. If you have a reservation for it, drop it in the comments below. I would love to know like how you mocked it up to be. But hopefully deliveries will be on time. We know the chip shortage is still affecting things. And I think even some of the higher ups at Ford said that the chip shortage could go on until 2024. You guys, that is crazy. And just to put things kind of in perspective, a Ford Focus, just like a Ford Focus, you guys, uses 300 chips. A Ford EV, Ford is using 3,000 chips for their EVs. You guys, that is a lot of salsa. Am I right? Seriously, that is a lot of chips. So that is kind of crazy. Hopefully things will start to like work itself out with those shortages. But let's switch gears here and let's talk about the Rivian now, because like I mentioned earlier, they have already started making deliveries. Well, at least one delivery. We know of one delivery that has gone out. And this is really exciting news for the company because they are brand new. They are a startup. And it's encouraging because we have a reservation. I really did think that they would be hyping their delivery up a little bit more, but for whatever reason, they're keeping it pretty low key. Now, we also know that they did just file for their IPO. So in that information, we found out that they have 48,000 reservations split between the R1T and the R1S. So that's exciting news. Okay, now quick to note on that, you could start making reservations for Rivian in 2018. Now that was pre-Cybertruck being released, pre-Lightning, pre-Hummer. So I wonder how many of those people actually kept their reservations, or how many of those reservation holders were swayed to other products. I am curious about that. But with their IPO, people are expecting a valuation. They're estimating right now approximately between $70 billion to $100 billion. Y'all, that is crazy. Fingers crossed between you and me. I'm kind of hoping it'll be like Tesla. You know, like their stock was pretty low and then people like bought low and then it shot up and we had Tesla millionaires. Secretly, that is my plan. So you can get in on it too. Just keep it between us. And $70 billion to $100 billion is a really high number. So kind of to put things into perspective even more so, let's talk about their losses, because in 2020, Rivian lost $1.02 billion. And the first half of 2021, they've lost $995 million so far. And I can't imagine what it takes to start an auto manufacturing company, especially one that's so technology driven. But what I think Rivian has going for it in its favor is the fact that it's really found a sweet spot in the market. It's not as extreme as the Cybertruck, but it's also not as tame as the Lightning. I think it found a really good area in the market to focus on. I like that it's kind of like outdoorsy driven too. I think that's really cool. And what's also cool is what Rivian just recently did. They had basically like a big drive event. They invited people from like car magazines, YouTube influencers. They invited them out just to kind of like test drive their cars, to look at them. My invitation must have gotten lost in the mail. That's the only thing I can think of, because surely they would have wanted me there, right? Next time, Rivian, I got you. But it is really neat that they went out of their way to do this. Okay, I also did hear a rumor about the one delivery that they have had that's confirmed. I did hear that it actually went to a Rivian employee, which on one hand, that's super cool because employees are like the driving force of the company. So it's cool that they were able to like get the product that they work so hard on. But also selfishly, as a reservation holder, I want that delivery to go to me. So I'm a little skeptical that we'll get ours in 2022 at all, but fingers crossed. I will say though that Rivian is really good at keeping anticipation. We actually just received this in the mail from Rivian. We weren't expecting this at all, but it just showed up in our mailbox. They sent us this mock-up of the R1T. How cool is that, you guys? I'm so excited. We are for sure going to be framing this. I kind of wish it was like in the specs that we designed, but this is really cool in itself. I'm super happy about this. Also, if you pre-ordered the Rivian, I want to know your specs. I want to know the color. I want to know which one you got. So again, drop that in the comments below. Okay, and I have to add this, you guys. For Rivian, at least they're already ahead of Nikola Motor Company because they've actually produced a vehicle. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, now let's briefly talk about the GMC Hummer EV. And y'all know I was not super excited about this Hummer. I just think for the price point, that is just crazy. Nearly $100,000 or more on a truck. I mean, there are trucks with significantly lower price points, so I mentally just cannot justify that. But the more I look at it, the cooler it looks. I will say, if I knew the apocalypse was coming, I would either want to be in a Cybertruck or the Hummer. And as of production times, I think the Hummer would be out first. So deliveries for the Hummer are slated for fall of 2022. So basically in the delivery lineup, that would put Rivian first since they've already made a delivery, and then Ford, then Hummer, and then Cybertruck would be bringing up the rear. Now that is a little bit disappointing, and let's talk about Cybertruck updates, y'all. Okay, as far as what Elon is tweeting, he is mostly tweeting pics of Floki right now. I'm not hating because Floki is so cute, but you guys, as a reservation holder, I want to know where my Cybertruck is. Deliveries were originally slated to be in 2021. Now we know they've been pushed back to late 2022 with volume production happening in 2023. So you guys, potentially we could not even get our Cybertruck until like 2024. That's crazy. And Tesla is being super tight-lipped about everything. I think the only updates we have on the Cybertruck is that they've removed the door handle potentially. So I think the newest prototype, there was no door handle at all. when you walk up, it would just recognize you and the door would pop open, kind of similarly to like the Model X. And I would assume that would probably make production for the doors a little bit quicker because that's less pieces. It'd make it more aerodynamic. But that's really like the main update we have. Oh, and we also know that Samsung is going to be in charge of making the hardware for FSD chips. And I think that's kind of a good thing. I mean, really, I have a Samsung TV at home and I have no issues with it. So hopefully no issues with those chips. But other than that, that is all we know about Tesla at the moment. They're keeping things super low key. I don't know if that's good or bad. Okay, but those are all the truck updates that I have for you as of right now. And again, if you've put an EV truck reservation in, let me know which one you got, let me know your specs, and most of all, let me know why you chose that particular truck. I'm really curious. But that's all I've got. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.